Here we go, the last 4 laws. Law 13, free kicks. Free kicks are broken into 2 categories, direct and indirect. As we talked about before, a direct kick can be shot directly into the opponent's goal without touching another player. An indirect free kick is indicated by the referee raising his hand during the kick. An indirect kick can only go into the goal if it has been subsequently touched by another player before it enters the goal. The ball must be stationary for both type of kicks. So, question. Do you think this kick is an indirect kick or a direct kick? Here's my tip. Here's the clue. Right? So here we see the ref. His arm is not up, so it can't be an indirect kick. So just by process of elimination, it has to be a direct kick. What happens is when he awards the kick, he will raise his arm and point in the direction of the way the kick is going, giving that first down signal. But once he makes the signal and spots the ball, then he'll put his arm down by his side. So a lot of times you'll hear people say, well, the referee's arm is down by his side, so it's a direct kick. That's technically not the right signal for a direct kick. The actual signal is the first down, or pointing in the direction is what denotes it's a direct kick. But once he puts his arm down, that's another clue that it's a direct kick. So he's obviously raised his arm, spotted the ball, backed away, and now his arm is down. So if it was an indirect kick, his hand would remain up until the ball was kicked. So that's a quick tip on how you can tell direct kicks from indirect kicks. Law 14, the penalty kick. A penalty kick is awarded to either when a defensive player fouls an attacking player or commits a handball in his or her team's penalty area. Again, the penalty area is this box here. That is the penalty area, and as we talked about earlier, when a penalty kick is taken, everybody has to be 10 yards away, and so that's the purpose of the arc. And you can see that he must have just spotted the ball, and he's indicating with his arm that this is in fact a direct kick, as all penalty kicks are. Law 15, the throw-in. A throw-in is awarded when the possessing team plays the ball out of bounds over the touchline. While taking a throw-in, a player must release the ball with both hands simultaneously and keep both feet firmly planted on the ground. Players are not allowed to score directly off a throw-in. Okay, so 1, you can't just throw the ball into the other team's goal. Can't do that. 2, you got to use both hands, right? You can't just wind up with one arm and chuck the ball back into the field. You got to use 2 hands. Now, it's funny. The rules say you got to keep both feet firmly planted on the ground, but notice how he's dragging his right foot. As long as both feet are touching the ground, the referee's not going to complain. So that's a good way to kind of wind up, pull the ball back over your head, and step into your throw. And as long as you drag that toe, you'll have both feet on the ground, and you'll be legal with your throwing technique. Law 16, the goal kick. The goal kick is ordered when the offensive team plays the ball out of bounds over the defensive team's goal line. That usually happens when somebody takes a shot and misses the goal. After the ball is out of play, the defender or goalkeeper may place the ball anywhere within the 6-yard box and kick the ball back into play. And there's the 6-yard box. The thing to note here is that the ball must travel outside the penalty area before anyone can touch it. So typically you won't see anybody wandering around in the penalty area because you can't touch the ball until the ball goes out of the penalty area. So that's why everybody is way up the field, because you can't touch the ball until it's out of the penalty area. Law 17, the corner kick. Corner kick is awarded to the offensive team when the defensive team plays the ball out of bounds over its own goal line. The ball is placed within the corner kick area and is kicked back into play by the defensive team. Players can score directly off a corner kick. So sometimes if you're defending, it may be advantageous to just kick it out of bounds over your own end line, and that gives the other team a corner kick. And yes, it's a direct kick, so you can kick it directly into the goal, although that's pretty hard to do from that angle. You can kick it directly in, and that would be a goal. Thank you so much for taking this course. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you have a much better understanding of what's going on the soccer field, why it has all those crazy lines, what the referee is doing, and what all's happening. And you can sit back and relax and enjoy your son or daughter's soccer game and feel better about knowing what's happening on the field and having some ideas about what's really happening out there. So thank you again so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a laugh or two. And we'll see you on the pitch sometime. Thank you.